Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico, and welcome to another edition of Friday Quickie Techniques and Tips. I am always happy to be stamping with you, and I have a great project to share with you today. And I think this card is actually adorable, of course, but I think the part I'm going to show you is going to kind of blow your mind. So I hope you like it. I love this stamp set. It is a new set, and it is called, let me grab it here, Sweet Cupcake. And it's one of the few stamp sets that we have that are actual triple step stamping. Oh my gosh, that's not a mouthful. I don't know what is. So they are 3 steps. So you stamp the first layer, then the second layer on top, and the third layer on top of that. And what it does is it creates a really rich, full of depth kind of image, and it's really awesome. We have another stamp set like that, and I'm just trying to figure out what I did with it right here. It is this set called Picture Perfect, and it has the 3 layers for the rose, the 3 layers for the leaf. There's actually 4 layers because there's this layer here plus these 3 for the bird and then 2 for the starfish. And these are really cool. It really is kind of fun to have all those options of color and depth. But what is tricky about this is if you don't have them lined up really, really well, it is a little challenging. Now, we also have a brand new stamp set coming. I don't have it yet, but it's actually on its way to me. And it is called, I don't know the name of the stamp set. It's a bear. Now, I have to tell you about this bear thing. So when I signed up to be a demonstrator approximately a million years ago, we had a set called Button Bear. And some of you, I don't want to say old timers because that kind of has a negative connotation to it, but people who've been around a while remember the bear set, I'm sure. Anyway, this is the 3-step stamping as well. And you can see it makes this really detailed, adorable, beautiful bear. And so I'm really excited to get this. I can't wait because it's going to make the most adorable baby cards. And I'm actually working on a baby quilt that I'm knitting for a very good friend of mine. And I cannot wait to share it with her. So I wanted to make the card with the bear. So anyway, back to my project. The thing about triple stamping is that it really helps to be able to line things up. So let me show you my solution to this problem. Now I'm going to tell you it's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty awesome. So there is a stamp positioning tool out on the market that you can purchase for the low price of $60. And it helps you line up your stamping. I made mine for about $10. Okay, so let me explain the parts. Actually, probably a little less than that, but what I have in here are 3 to 4 layers of foam, and I'll explain why there's 3 to 4 layers in a minute. A piece of steel that I got at, I actually got it at Farm and Fleet because in Iowa that's what we have. But I know you can get this at like home improvement stores. My husband cut it out for me using tin snips, and then he kind of pounded the edges so that they would be, I told him it had to be very flat. So he pounded the edges flat for me so that they would be nice. Then I have Fun Foam because, you know, I've done my Friday Quickie on Fun Foam before. So I have 3 layers of Fun Foam. The first 2 layers are to take up thickness. The next layer has the piece of steel in there. And then the last layer is an adapter so that if you're using photopolymer, it's the right thickness. And if you're using a rubber or a clear mount stamp, the kind that is red rubber with foam, such as this, the extra thickness, you need to remove this layer of foam. So, okay. Now, you may have seen this before. There's tons of YouTube videos. They're all over the place. These stamp positioners are everywhere. And I'm going to tell you mine is not 100% perfect, but for way teeny less of a price, it's a pretty good deal. So the sheet of metal that we got was like, oh gosh, I want to say, I have my hands out to measure. I want to say it was like 3 feet by maybe 12 by 36 inches maybe. And that was $8. Then I had a package of fun foam that I had sitting here. And then I have a clear stamp case. And then I have some strong magnets that I got at a craft store. So all of those things together make this up. It's really simple. So you can see the magnets are here to hold things in place, hence the layer of steel that's in here. I tried a layer of aluminum and gosh darn it, aluminum just does not work with magnets. Did you know that? I did, actually. I'm just saying. So anyway, I took my case and I ripped off the clear layer. So, you know, our stamp cases have that layer in them, you know, to hold the cards, so this plastic sheet on top. I ripped that off, and the reason is because I felt I could see through the case better with it not there. Okay, so let me show you the basis of how this works, because it's really quite simple. What you're going to do is I'm going to start with just a scrap of cardstock. Okay, so I just have a little piece of cardstock here, and I will place it in here. And of course, I just got my magnets together. These are strong, so you kind of have to work with them a little bit to get them apart. They're not very thick. They're about 1/8 of an inch thick, and so that works perfectly with our photopolymer. So there's 3 pieces of photopolymer. I'm just going to set them all here so you can see them. The first piece I want is the most solid, okay? And so how you work this is you just position the clean photopolymer stamp on there. You close the lid to pick up the stamp, okay? And then you are going to go ahead and ink it. So in this case, I'm going to start with Pink Pirouette. That is my lightest color. And I just, actually, you probably didn't see that in this shot. Let me move this stuff over. My apologies. So I'm going to just ink this up. Okay. I'm going to close this. I'm going to press, and I'm going to open it back up. I will remove this piece. I can clean it off with my stamp cleaner or a wet wipe, whatever you like to use. Then I have my second piece of photopolymer. I want to place that right on top, and I'm going to get my head down in here so that I can ensure that I have it placed exactly where I want it. I know the glare off my lights doesn't let you see this very well. Okay, so I picked that up. And I'm going to ink this with Flirty Flamingo. That is my next color. Of course, all these details will be on my blog post, and I have the link in the description of this video. Look at how perfectly that is lined up. Again, I'll clean this off. I'll take my third and final piece and line that up. I'm sticking my head down in here. My butt's out, my head is down here. I can see everything I'm doing to line this up exactly right. Okay. And now I will tell you, of course, you can do this with your regular stamps and blocks, but I find that it is very hard to hover over your stamp completely perfectly without messing it up every time. The other thing that is amazing, and by the way, so let's just take a closer look at that. Look at how perfectly everything is lined up. I mean, just right up to that very edge. Everything just lines up perfectly. Now, the other thing that this does is, how many times has this happened to you? Either you ink something not quite right, or you don't stamp it evenly, and then you get... I should have actually, I moved it. But, okay, so does this ever happen to you? Okay. Let me clean this off and I'll show you how to fix it. So, the whole thing behind this is that you can reposition your stamp to be exactly where it was originally. Again, I'm getting down here so I can line it back up. Okay, this time I will put the magnets down to hold my cardstock in place. I'll pick that up. I will re-ink, and then I can get my image stamped exactly where I want it. And I don't have to throw that piece away because I just re-stamped it perfectly. Yay! Okay, so now I will go ahead and do the pieces for the cupcake bottom. Just give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the base of the cupcake, the bottom layer of the cupcake holder. And I notice that I got a little ink on my thing here, so I'll just wipe that off with a wet wipe. No big deal. And then I'm just going to position and stamp each of these. I think I need to clean them, but I will speed that process up for you. All right, I've gone ahead and cut out the pieces of my cupcake with the framelits that coordinate. And these framelits are really fun. They have the cupcake pieces, which I actually left next to my Big Shot. They've got this cute little swirl, the word wish, the word sweet, which I actually am going to use on my card. There's a cute little frame. There's a squiggly thing and the candle, and it all coordinates, of course, with images from the stamp set. So that's pretty awesome. Then to just put my card together, I'm going to use a card base that is Flirty Flamingo. And then I'm using some Pop of Pink Designer Series paper. So the Pop of Pink is 3 by 4 inches, and then the Pop of Pink DSP is 3 by 4 inches, and then my layer is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. So it fits perfectly onto my card. I will attach that and center it up. Then to place these on here, I'm also using another die that comes in the set of framelits. It is this cool little banner, and you can see there's little score lines on here so that you can make a dimensional banner. So I'm just going to fold on those score lines, except I did it the opposite way. So there we go. And what's so cute about this, I think, is that it just will pop up your banner just a touch. Okay, so I did that, and I'm actually going to attach it with a couple of dimensionals. And I like the 3D effect on here. I think it's fun. So I'll throw 3 dimensionals on there. That's kind of a lot for me because I'm sort of scrungy, what's the word? Cheap when it comes to dimensionals. I do go through quite a few though. Okay, so I've attached that to my card. Then I will take and adhere the base of the cupcake right on there. And I guess, I kind of have it off to the side just a little bit. So there's the base of my cupcake. I will take the frosting of my cupcake, which of course, as everyone knows, it's the best part. I will attach this again with some dimensionals and place it on top so that it pops up. I will adhere the sweet. I die cut this with some glimmer paper. And again, I think I mentioned this before, but all the details for all of the pieces and things will be on my blog post, and the description is in the video. And of course, if you need to purchase any of these items because you're just dying because it's so dang cute and you can't stand it, I understand. But would you order them through my online store? That helps me out so much. I really could use your help with your order. That helps support me and keep me going. Last, I'm going to add one more touch, and that is in the form of, I had it, of course, as it always is, it has disappeared on me. I'm going to add some clear sequins. You can see they are on here. They just add a little extra pizzazz. And you know what? As long as we're adding a little extra pizzazz. But seriously, where did they go? Oh, I hate when this happens. So to add a little extra pizzazz, and maybe we'll do this in place of the sequins, because then you can see it both ways. I have my Wink of Stella, one of my favorite sparkly tools, and I'm just going to go over the top of the whole thing, and then that is nice and sparkly. Okay, so you can see, look at that. So cute. So you'll have to tell me on my blog which one you like better. Ooh, that is going to be a tough decision. So thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, everything will be on my blog. Check it out. And don't forget to share with your favorite social media platform. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.